I should have prepared with music. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the little slice of the internet that we call the SkyeBlacke Twitch channel. How are we all doing today? Do you know what? Nightbot, good point bringing up the Ko-fi channel. Something that I have set up, by the way, that this Twitch channel has incidentally, for those of you who don't know, is Ko-fi integration. So that's not the news. But I just thought I'd bring it up because it's never happened. But if you tip on Ko-fi, it triggers a little sound thing, and it's a really cool effect, especially when on this screen. No, the news. So chat, let me tell you a bit about what's going on in my life, shall we? You know, I'm heading off to America in 2 weeks. In a week. It's pretty exciting. You know, I'll be gone for 2 weeks. I'm really looking forward to it. I've got pay rise at work. I have to walk with a cane. I fucked up my foot. I won't show you because I had an interesting discussion today with our friend Lamadia about feet pics on the internet. But ow, I am in pain. I have to walk with a cane until it goes away. I mean, I don't have to walk with a cane. The cane helps. It's a preventative measure rather than a or preventative of things getting worse measure. Yeah. So, you know when you're a kid, like when you're 14, 15 years old, and like you're falling out of trees, and you're falling off of motorcycles, and you think you're invincible, and yeah, and then you get a bit older, in your 20s or your 30s, and you get like the injury that reminds you that you're not invincible. I stepped off of a curb. I stepped off of a curb. I didn't hear a crack, and I didn't hear a pop. But what I definitely felt was like... The best way to visualize it is just that. And then a little kind of crunchy noise, and suddenly I couldn't walk anymore. Does my cane fold up? It does. I feel like fucking Daredevil all the time. I feel like Matt Murdock. Again, the cane, it's not like a prescribed cane or anything. It's not like I have to walk with it. But it's definitely... My cane is now not snapping. Hang on. But it's definitely helping the getting about. It's a preventative measure rather than an anything else measure. So, traveling to the States is going to be fun. So there's my little news update. What's absolutely amazing is, so I was at an in-person work day and I nipped out to go get some lunch. Also, I've decided that this is the just chatting screen because I'm now big enough that it feels to be relevant. So I nipped out to go and get some lunch, and then I stepped off of a curb, and yeah, I felt bones do that. Went over myself. Stumbled, caught myself with the other foot, and kind of hopped down a hill like that. Steep. No one helped me, by the way. Everyone... I was dressed really cool. I looked really, really impressive, and everyone was just kind of like... Street of maybe like 5 or 10 people, just... And then, you know, you have to play it off where you stand up straight, and you like brush yourself off, and you walk around the corner, and you're just like... Ow, 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 as you hobble over to a fucking bench and collapse, and are like, well, that fucked something up. And then, because I was at work, and I was about to be in an important work meeting, I had to get my chicken. I went and got a sweet and sour chicken from a lovely Chinese, Japanese place, fusion place. And then I had to hobble back up the same hill and into the meeting, sit there and eat my chicken. And then when I went to the bathroom with some other members of the team, they were like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "No, not really." You're like, "Yeah, you're limping." I'm like, "Uh-huh." I am in significant pain. Do I have a rap for it? I have a sock. Again, it's nothing like I've had to go to the doctor for. I know I'm being overly cautious on the and erring on the side of caution with some preventative measures. I have a special sock. Again, not showing you because I'm wearing it and there are weird foot people on the internet. If that's your thing, fine. I just don't want to be involved. Unless you're giving me money for it. Give me money and I'll show you my feet. I'm not that ashamed. But you ain't getting these puppies for free. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Sorry. You don't need to see my only feet pics. Yeah, those are special gifts for the most dedicated of subscribers. What's cool though is that I already dress like an 18th century Victorian, so the cane just helps. Let's hop over to the gameplay screen while Red Dead loads, and completely forget the fact that we have background music and that normally accompanies everything. And in terms, since this is apparently a board meeting as well, in terms of video for March, the March video, it is nearly done. It is maybe got 2 minutes left of editing. It's only a 6-minute video, but it's been a bit of a bitch to get all the footage for because it involves coordinating with other people. But it's nearly done. I know what April's video is going to be. It's going to be the video I work on while I'm in the States. Because I'm taking my work laptop, I can edit off of my work laptop. So I've checked. I'm allowed to use it for personal projects. This is still set up for Elden Ring. I just realized. So hopefully April will... Well, I'm saying the April video, but I've decided I'm not going to classify them like that anymore because it's the next video. Videos come out now when videos come out. Because if I try to keep to a schedule, I find that I'm just... It all becomes too much, you know? I'm trying to make stuff on Twitch and making stuff on YouTube. I'm trying to be a writer... You know, I don't have time to do all 3 things, so I've not wrote in 5 months because I've been trying to, you know, keep all of this up. So it's like, yeah. And obviously, like, if you're on the Ko-fi and, you know, you which I know, like, lovely scientist you are, there can certainly be a discussion about what the nature of the Ko-fi benefits have, but it also, you know, I feel less... like I'm not doing anything because there's also these streams every You know, 3 times a week, every week. And the occasional blog post when I have enough content to do one. I need to do another everything I've watched this year post. But I've only really watched The Batman since the last one. And I've done nothing but think about The Batman. But I suppose I'll be sitting on a plane for 10 hours, so I guess I'll be watching some things. I'm a busy guy. I'm a busy, gender-neutral, gender-fluid guy. I'm a busy Skye. It was right there. It was right there when we both missed it. Anyway, while this loads in, well, I'll wait till we've loaded in and I'll hit the classic pause button and realize that this isn't actually big enough for the stream. Okay. Hello everyone, welcome back to Red Dead Redemption 2 live analysis with me, Skye Blacke. For those of you who do not know, my name is Skye Blacke. I am a filmmaker and writer, and I have a pair of degrees in both filmmaking and English, and I use those degrees in order to analyze video games and discuss everything from a literature and narrative perspective, so that we can have a better appreciation for the art that we consume. I guess that's the intro now. I never really settled on an intro, but I guess it's that. When we last left off, there's going to be... I have been trying to archive these, so hopefully there'll be a place for them to go up pretty soon. For those of you who are joining us, you might notice on the YouTubes that we're missing a mission. We did do a mission for Dutch where we rescued Josiah Trelawney from a group of bounty hunters, and and Trelawney is now staying with us in camp. There he is. And yeah, I think we were just having a bit of a bad stream day, so that ended up getting rolled into another stream where I played Elden Ring. Love that game. But you didn't miss very much. It was a low energy kind of day, so nothing really happened. Here it is. Charles and I went looking for Trelawney, who was staying in Rhodes. He's been accosted by some bounty hunters who was looking for him and means to get to us. Whole thing turned nasty, and he'd been treated pretty bad when we got out there. He seemed worried that he might be more following in their wake, so he came back to camp with us. There always seems to be more. Bounty hunters, Pinkertons, lawmen. Everywhere we go, there's more and more civilization. Perhaps this is it from now on. We shall see, I guess. This whole place is beginning to give me the creeps. I want to get back into the open country of the West, or what's left of it. But even that ain't the way I remember it. See, I've mentioned this a couple times. This chapter definitely deals with the idea of clinging to the past. And I was having another wee thought about Trelawney. Because I was wondering, like, what is the practical use for Josiah Trelawney? I'm trying to have one conversation.
We pay respect to the dead.
Tell us straight, Father.
Sir, we're in a moment of grief.
Hey, I know you.
Father, what do we say about a man
Hello,
who lost
mister.
his way
Partner.
so awfully? He carried that awful war with him, rustling horses with a misguided gang of killers.
Oh, this is a dead Lemoy Raiders. Remember the Lemoy Raiders?
A brave man, undone by pride, doomed to a life of sin and vice. Let us pray for this man, O Father. Provide him mercy. Amen.
Do you know what? Because I'm pretty sure that that spawn that we've just spawned into is a set spawn. So no matter what, the game will spawn us here. When we're at this stage of the story, which means that that is deliberate. And obviously that's something that can be very much attuned to Arthur as well. A brave man who is set on a path of sin and vice. Like where Arthur currently is in his life, that's very similar. But yes, I was talking about the nature of Trelawney. I was wondering, what is the nature of Trelawney in the gang? We know he's kind of used to get the gang into places that others can. And he's a bit of a scoundrel, a bit of a huckster. But we already have one of those within the gang, and it's
been a while since you were around this way.
having a wee glitch with the doors. That's Hosea. So I was realizing two things. One, practically speaking, Trelawney's probably there to deflect blame away from Hosea, because Hosea, Hosea's a trickster. He's a huckster. He's a con man. Just like Trelawney is. Except the difference is that Hosea... That's a really loud train. The difference is that Hosea is subtle about it, whereas Trelawney, Trelawney speaks with this big voice and accent, and he's like, "Hello, gentlemen," in his top hat and his fancy clothes. Like, he's plainly a snake oil salesman. He's plainly a snake oil salesman, and that probably means that when Hosea is running scams near Trelawney, people don't notice it.
I've seen folk like you before, always the first to run screaming.
You the local hard man, huh?
I killed a lot of folk to keep. I'll put your mama in the same damn hole.
Remember when we said we weren't going to cause trouble here? Well,
Almost had me, you idiots.
you can join your friend up in that graveyard there. Anyway. But if we think about, again, this chapter as looking back into the time of a time that we all forget, or a time that we all miss, Trelawney might remind Dutch of a young Hosea. Because I imagine Hosea's cons have got more subtle and less on the nose as time's gone on, as he's had more experience. So Hosea, in his youth might have been one of these big chauvinistic salespeople. We see a bit of it here and there. So the fact that we never see Hosea and Trelawney together, and we always see Dutch and Trelawney together, might mean that it's Dutch kind of clinging to that old image of him and Hosea. I wonder if Dutch likes to surround himself with people who remind him of the days where it was just him, Hosea, Arthur, and Susan. I just want to check something real quick, chat. Seem to have fixed our drop frame rate issue from the last stream, which is lovely. Okay, just making sure we're not cutting off the screen anywhere. I think we're all good. Poetry, indeed. Also, when we come back after 2 weeks, as I said, although we have another stream on Wednesday, well, this isn't good. I've kind of got myself trapped on the other side of the wall here. Although we have another stream on the next Wednesday, I've decided I want this to be the last Red Dead stream, and then we'll do something chill on Wednesday. Before I go away to America for 2 weeks. When I come back, because it will have been 2 weeks, I'm just going to ride in circles before this mission begins. Yeah, when I come back, because it will have been 2 weeks, we're going to open with a scripted recap of everything that's happened so far, and some of my notes, I think. So that everyone's fully up to speed with where the story is. and then we will continue on that following Friday with Red Dead, like with the game as normal. Because we tried a bit of that not last stream, but the stream before, where for an hour I just sat and spoke about what I think the characters kind of mean to the story. But it was very off the cuff, and then I got halfway through and realized there's like 26 fucking characters in the gang and got exhausted. But here, if I script something, I'll just read effectively the script and answer some questions. It'll be like an English lecture. In fact, I'm thinking about using my VTuber avatar and putting them in front of a little like Plymouth and having like a screen behind them and being like playing through a slideshow almost. Horse flesh for dinner. What are we doing? We shopping at
Looks
Tesco's?
like you boys had some trouble.
Yeah, we had some trouble. Bad trouble. What you want?
Oh, I was supposed to meet some business partners here. They arranged a meeting, I believe.
Fellow with a scar and a Mexican?
Yes, sir.
Out by the stables, I think.
Thank you. And, sorry for your troubles, friend.
Oh yeah, weren't we just here with Sean, burning things down? Also, my horse made the loudest fart as it shit itself there. I'm not sure if anyone else picked up on that. The horses have realistic pooping in this game. I think the Greys are starting to get suspicious of us. I don't think this con's going as well as Dutch thought it would.
We're good men, like you. You don't know me. You turn up in town, you're helping everybody. And there's troubles everywhere.
Yeah.
Bandits attack my fields. Men getting killed.
And have you met my partner, Arthur Morgan?
No?
I met your son, the sheriff.
Okay.
Mr. Gray here was saying how he had problems with a family of degenerates.
Oh, well, nobody likes degenerates.
Hag and her inbred sons. They rule
We
this
like-
county.
I mean, depends what you call degenerates.
That ain't right.
Problem is, we can't be seen to get too close.
And?
We've got gold, Yankee. We've got gold.
I ain't no Yankee, friend. I ain't nothing. My daddy came over on the boat from Scotland.
I'm Scottish.
And the Braithwaites?
Goddamn peasants. I don't know. Mongrels.
Go Scotland.
Slave fuckers. All you gotta do is look at
Never mind.
Gold.
Enough. These are prized horses I'm talking about. Them, they'll get you 5,000.
5,000 for horses.
Easy.
Where do we sell them, these $5,000 horses?
Over in Clemens Cove. Fellow over there will run them out of state and give you 50 cents on the dollar.
Mister, you got yourself a deal.
Yeah, the Greys are clearly
Keep us
suspicious
away
of
from
us.
this. Publicly, I mean.
My sense is we keep all horse wrestling away from the public.
Go to the stables on the south side of the manor. That's where they keep the thoroughbred.
I think we're getting too close here, and it would be very wise if after this the group peel out and leave, because this is about to go very wrong, I think. Because like Mr. Gray made a fantastic point there, where it's like we show up and suddenly a bunch of different stuff starts happening, and then
He only knew we just torched his tobacco crop.
That was you?
The old man was cursing the Braithwaites about that.
Burning rich folks' property? Sean was like a pig in shit.
I'm sure. 5,000 for horses. They must be rich.
Yeah, he doesn't know what he's talking about. But we
I like
gave him
this
the
little
third
gang.
of that. It'll be worth it.
this little trio. This is a good little
So
trio.
how we gonna play this?
Place is well guarded, so there ain't no point in blasting in there. We'll make them think we're there looking to purchase.
3 armed men?
You'd be armed if you were about to spend 5,000 on horses. We should go in the back way, though. Avoid too many questions.
Again, Arthur should not be involved with this heist. I understand that, like, for gameplay perspectives, Arthur needs to be involved with everything. But the fact that Arthur is openly involved in the cons on both teams, or on both families, is just setting it up to fail.
Guard.
I'll speak to him, okay?
All right, then.
Like, Rhodes... Like, look at the size of Rhodes. For perspective here. It's what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. It's like 26 houses. And some of those are shops. It's 26 properties. And then you have Gallagher Hall and the Braithwaite Manor. So, overall, let's round up to say 40. 40 unique properties or places where people can stay. How many people do you think can stay in them? Like, there can't be more than 100, 200 people in this town. Everyone knows who Arthur is at this point. He's shown up, he's been deputized by the sheriff, he's caught some of the local gangs, he's fought with the other members of the local gangs, he's gotten bar fights, he's sold free alcohol, he's done work for the Greys, he's done work for the Braithwaites, he's marched through town with a group of feminists. No one isn't gonna know who he is. And I understand it's from a gameplay perspective, but I kind of wish Rockstar had figured out a more interesting way to include Arthur in these missions rather than just him showing up to places with his face and everyone being like, never seen him before.
We're here to see about some horses.
Horses?
Yeah, we had an appointment with Mr. Braithwaite, I believe.
Yeah, I never heard about any of this.
Our partner wanted to make a significant investment in some stables down here.
And he's distinctive, and he runs with a distinctive group. But again, maybe this is the point of Trelawney. People like Trelawney pull heat off of people like Arthur. But
Okay then, but head on up to the stables.
again, I'm trying to play this in such a way in which Arthur
Someone will come see you.
would hide his head. But yeah. You know, all this stuff started going wrong, and there's a new group of people who are making waves in town who all stay together and sleep outside. It's really obvious who's doing all of this.
Passing you.
Yep.
Like, the cons on the Braithwaite should be more, or against the Greys should be a lot more subtle.
No need to rush.
Whereas we should
Don't wanna
basically
draw
be,
any unnecessary
we should be the equivalent to the Lemoy Raiders for the Braithwaites, and against the Greys we should be a lot more subtle. And I guess to some extent we have been. Like, everything we've done has been in masks and could easily be blamed on the Lemoy Raiders. But
Alright, I think that's the stables just up ahead. Heads down, play cool. Head around the front, hitch up there.
And, like, we're doing this heist with the 3 most distinctive members of the team. The only Mexican person,
Hitch up here.
a man with a giant scar on his face, and Arthur, who Mrs. Braithwaite already knows. John.
Let me do the talking.
John. Thanks, John. We love our little brother.
Hello there.
Can I help you, boys?
I hope so. Heard you got some horses.
Let's have
Always
it.
got horses.
Fine horses, I mean.
I don't get you, friend.
Yeah, you do. Come on.
Listen, why don't you get out of here? You, Scarface, and your greaser buddy.
Whoa!
I don't like officials.
We ain't officials. We're connoisseurs, looking to do some breedings. Come on now, partner.
Okay, fine. Follow
See,
me.
that guy distinctly points out, hey, look at these really unique faces.
That's what you're interested in. What is you boys interested in?
We represent a famous stable and stud farm from Saratoga.
Is that so?
Unofficially.
Of course.
Did you have to kill him?
Sir, huh?
Okay, bandana's on. Don't need nobody recognizing us.
All right, I'll
Let's
grab
just
the wild
pretend
one in the
we-
middle, you get the other two.
We don't have distinctive outfits.
Relax, boy. Come on.
Good boy. Easy now.
Whoa, easy. Whoa, now, easy. Marston, you're gonna tether him up to Javier's horse.
Okay.
Javier, you're gonna lead the stallions. Whoa. Whoa.
There we go.
You're okay.
Good horsey, it's okay.
Whoa, easy.
It's okay.
Hey, easy now. Whoa there. Easy. Easy. It's okay.
Yeah, I was having a... I'm not a horse whisperer. You took too long to steal the horse. Well, maybe the horse should have calmed the fuck down. How about that? Anyone given that a thought? Maybe the horse is the problem, not me. This horse ain't worth $5,000, I can tell you that.
Cerberus.
Cerberus, huh?
Uh-huh. Greaser, huh?
Okay, bandana's on. Don't need nobody recognizing us.
Could you have done that more violently, Arthur?
Get the other two. Relax, boy. Come on.
Come on, boy.
Easy there.
Easy now.
Easy, easy. Marston. Easy. Marston, you're gonna tether him up to Javier's horse.
Okay.
Javier, you're gonna lead the stallions.
There we go.
Marston, you ride point. I'll cover up the back if there's any problems.
I like that the blood has come onto the mask, despite the fact it wasn't actually up at the time.
What are you doing?
Let's go, quick!
Get going, you two. I'll watch.
What the hell you doing? Stop! Stop! You're being robbed!
Again, they're gonna know it was us. Because who else is it gonna be?
This way! Out of the field!
See, the game's really banking on you not leaving any survivors. Like, I tend to try and take people's horses down and leave them, but the game's really banking on the idea that you actually just kill everyone. And there's no possible way to identify you.
Go left! Into the fields! There's a gap in the fence! We can get out that way! Get away! See if we can get rid of them in the trees!
I mean, it does lead to some really cool missions, like stealing a group of horses.
No, look out! There's more of them on the road!
Murder is required.
You see any more of them?
That's good. That'd be a good book title.
All right, let's get these horses to Clemens Cove quick before we run into any more trouble.
I feel like one of them's gonna break off, and I'm gonna have to bareback ride it.
Shit! loose. Keep going. I'll get him. There we go.
You look just like Nightingale, boy.
Hey, Morgan! Over here! You got him! Well done. Clemens Cove is just over there. Come on. Let's get this over with.
Come here.
Well, that could have gone smoother.
That'll be on my gravestone.
Arthur Morgan. That could have gone smoother.
Hey,
We have quite high honor.
think they look like they're paying 5,000 for horses?
I guess we'll see.
Again, trying to play the game in a way in which we imagine Arthur would be.
Easy.
Right now, Arthur's main concern is the preservation of the group, but that has just happened to lead to high honor cases. Approach the rustler.
What you boys want?
Heard you pay good prices for horses.
Oh, we'll buy more or less anything, Pop.
That so?
Sure, Pop. I'm Clay Davies. That's my brother Clive. We're twins.
John, Arthur, Javier.
So what are you? Cuban?
No,
I don't like Cubans.
that's so.
Maybe. Why, what do you care? You ain't Cuban.
Maybe I like Cubans.
Ooh, you're funny. He's funny. Ain't he funny, Clive? Clive don't talk. We're twins, but I was born first. He came out all yellow and black, but he's okay. Ah,
Sure.
yeah.
Poor
I know
Clive.
these horses. They ain't yours, but I like you, and I can give you 650 for 'em.
I was told we could get up to $5,000 for him.
And I was told the moon was made of ladies' tears. Only it ain't true. Not one little bit.
But
I like you boys, but I ain't got more than 700 on me. You want it, or you want to ride them fellers into town, and maybe someone there'll hang you?
We're gonna need more than that.
I ain't got no more money, Pop. Here, take it or leave it.
That was a very, like,
all right.
You goddamn fool, Marston.
Ain't no one around
Physicky
here got
throws.
$5,000, boys, but nice meeting you. See you boys again, I hope. Come on, yeah. Close the gate, Clive.
like, you could tell, you know, when they were doing that scene, they didn't have anything to track, so they just, it's a
Lady
CG thing.
Yarn spun us by one of that Gray family and imagined we was gonna be wonderfully rich. At the end of it, we felt like prize idiots.
You can sell horses to Clay and Clive at Clemens Cove. They will pay more than a stable for stolen horses, but less for purchased horses. Okie dokie. Interesting, we've had another cutscene mission there. Now, I don't want to get too absorbed in the camp again. But here we are. Now, do we do a mission for Micah, or do we do a mission for Trelawney? Let's take that dynamite so that it stops appearing on our thing. Let's go see Trelawney. Let's go see whoever. I think this is Hosea. We have something to drop off for, and then we'll go see Trelawney. We always do Micah last.
Pearson?
Room by the fire here, Mr. Morgan.
I love how hospitable they are.
Abigail?
Arthur,
Is the boy behaving himself?
for the most part.
Morning.
Morning, Uncle Arthur.
That looks fun.
I guess.
Well, don't let me interrupt you.
Okay.
I love how much Arthur engages with Jack. The way he's like, "Oh, you look like you're having fun there." Hosea! Oh, yeah.
Good morning, Arthur.
We can wait. Sadie!
Hello.
Morning, Arthur.
You look pissed off.
No more than usual.
Okay. Just checking you're all right.
Okay, Arthur.
So I
Don't
got
piss
hold
on
of
these.
some ginseng.
Ah, perfect. I'll make some of that tonic for you.
Thanks.
Achievement unlocked. Errand boy. Alright, where's Trelawney?
That Braithwaite job was a lot of work for not enough money.
I was just doing what Dutch asked us to.
You got a brain of your own, don't you? Anyway, I won't disturb you.
This is one of the issues. Dutch's forced desire of loyalty above all else means that occasionally members of the group might not think for themselves.
Spy here for if you want.
You did good with that Grays business.
Like I told you, I was born and down manor houses.
Let's
Did-
just hope it was all worth the trouble.
Anyone else watch Bill just eat shit in the background?
Okay, I'll catch you later then.
All right, then.
Don't start singing at me.
What time is it, Reverend?
You ain't out of it again, are you?
I resent the accusation, Mr. Morgan.
Morning.
Morning.
Sometimes I wonder why you stick with us reprobates.
Oh, you ain't so bad.
Anyway, shouldn't put ideas in your head.
Okay, then.
Hey there, Tilly.
Hi.
Why have you got a guilty look?
I don't.
Okay. You're up to something, Miss Jackson.
All right, Arthur.
Just, getting in some chats before we go.
How's it going?
Morning, Arthur. It's either reading or robbing with you, ain't it?
A fella can do both.
Anyway, don't let me disturb you.
Sure.
Hey, Javier.
Those twins who bought the horses are strange, huh?
Real strange. And they don't like Cubans.
Well, there better be some real money at the end of all this. All right, well, I should be getting on.
I think that's also the quote that could go on Arthur's grave.
Susan,
Good morning, Arthur.
you got this place whipped into shape, all right.
I'm trying.
Can only imagine what we'd be like left to our own devices.
Sure.
Oh, are we about to see an interaction between Sadie and Kieran? No.
Kieran.
Morning, Arthur.
What you up to?
Just minding my own business.
Evidently.
Okay, keep it that way.
See ya, Arthur.
I feel sorry for Kieran because again, he's part of the group in so many words, but just that image of him at a fire by his own, whereas everyone else is crowded around the fire over there. Hey, Trelawney.
Why?
Well, I know you think I'm just some effete buffoon.
What?
Yeah.
A man of words and not of action. Hardly a man at all.
Well, I think you're as slippery as an eel in an oil slick, but still a man.
Because I think I found something interesting.
Yeah?
Have you ever robbed a stagecoach?
No, never. Who would have even thought? Of course I robbed a goddamn stagecoach. You know I have.
And what's the problem with stagecoaches?
The armed man attempting to put a bullet in your head?
Not quite. The odds. I mean, is it worth the robbing?
Sometimes.
I know. But, well...
Arthur's
if you'd
mouth
like to
didn't
come
move
with
there.
me, I can introduce you to a new best friend, and he's going to give you all the decent, robbable stagecoaches a hot-blooded degenerate could require.
Well, I could require a whole lot.
Arthur's mouth isn't moving in the cutscenes.
So where do we...
Back into our old friend, the settings menu.
find this friend of yours?
All right.
Because what can possibly go wrong there?
Well, lead the way and we'll find out.
Oh wow, no. Something looks way off now.
You sure seem to have got about around here.
You know me.
Now we do the part where we reset the game. And I'm forced to look at my own stream deck again. Or stream setup again. Technical diff. I should make a technical difficulty screen at this rate. Has anyone else heard Amanda Palmer's fucking terrible Encanto cover? God, that was awful. I really like Neil Gaiman. Less a fan of his wife, but really like Neil Gaiman. It's always something. It's always something. Yeah, the trees in the distance looked all grainy. From what I've seen from TikTok, there is some controversy around Amanda Palmer. But I'm unsure about what it in exactly is. Sorry, what the fuck is wrong with the ground? It's like everything's trying to render in high detail, but there is nothing to render in. Like, lots of controversy. Yeah, you see, I don't tend to get involved in controversy anymore. But why does everything, like, you guys seeing that, where everything looks high detail, but all the models are, like, low quality? I hate the settings menu, and yet we must always be within it. Okay, I'm gonna look at the best possible settings for Red Dead Redemption 2 on my graphics card. It seems we are never free of this forsaken menu. And there's always something that has to be done with it. I'm just gonna do this like Arthur's journal. Keep us in the headspace. So I was sitting in a stream today, Purple Coffin's cooking stream, and she was talking about doing a nostalgia box for her bakery that she runs. Like, you know, your favorite like biscuits from when you were a kid, so like Jaffa cakes, I think is her one, party rings for her partner. Mine were Empire biscuits, those are kind of those nostalgic biscuits from my childhood. Okay, I think this is looking a lot better. We're kind of tanked to 45 FPS though. I'm not sure if it's just a case of everything feels over detailed now, if you know what I mean. Okay, that's a lot better though.
Arthur! Are you busy, Arthur?
Let's try that out.
Well, I know you think I'm just some effete buffoon.
What?
A man of words. And
His
a lot of
mouth's clearly
action.
moving now.
Hardly a man
I'll
of
finish my
thought.
Lara story in a minute.
I think you're as slippery as an eel in an oil slick, but still a man.
Let's try that one out.
Find this friend of yours.
Rhodes!
Because what can possibly go wrong there?
Well, lead the way and we'll find out.
You sure seem to have got about around here.
You know me. I like to make friends in low places.
How the hell you end up down here anyway?
I could ask the same of you. I have a few commitments over this way. Some expenses to meet.
Expenses? What expenses? Gentlemen's canes and rabbits to pull out of hats?
Among other things, I had quite a nice little business going for a while. Shares in a gold mining company. Excellent returns for the investor of a certain financial standing. Until, well, that unfortunate run-in with the law.
Yeah, that's how it goes. Thanks for disappearing on us during that Sean business, by the way.
I'd done my part. Each to their strengths, dear boy.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's just like
You
there's too
boys
much
should really
detail now.
watch yourselves with those two families.
I'm not sure if it's just a case where there's too much detail and we're not used to it, or if it actually looks bad. What do you think, chat? We'll try and do a bit more writing, just
This is a small town. People talk. I tried to mention it to Hosea, but you know how he is. Anyway, while they're off chasing their pot of Confederate gold hidden at the end of some rainbow, here we are. We can hitch up outside. I'll make the introductions, Arthur.
Oh, we're getting some stutter actually. So let's turn down some graphics real quick. All right, let's run through this real fast. On, off, off. Texture quality, ultra. Times a lighting quality. I want to keep lighting quality up high though. Sorry about all this here waiting chat. It's just, you know, it is what it is at this point. All right. Hopefully, final attempt. Hopefully, it's also it's one of those cases where I'm have to be aware that, like, for you guys, you know, it's going to look a bit different for the way it looks for me because Twitch compresses everything. Whereas for me, obviously, I'm getting it raw and unfiltered and straight beamed into my fucking eyeballs. Hardcore, unfiltered Red Dead. I played this game for 141 hours. What's really annoying about this whole leg thing is that I have just signed up to the fucking gym. And now, like, I'm probably not going to be able to go before I travel to America. So it's like, it's going to be at least 3 weeks where this membership's just... Yeah, so Laura was making nostalgia biscuits, and we were talking about it, and like Empire biscuits were a big kind of like thing from my childhood. Like every night when I was a kid, my mum would make me a hot chocolate and give me an Empire biscuit, and I'd curl up on the sofa and we'd watch TV together. It's a lovely memory, and it's something I still do now as an adult. I make a hot, like, I don't do it every night, but I make a hot chocolate or a cup of tea and I have some biscuits and I curl up and I watch something. But one of the things she was like, oh yeah, you know, those nostalgic biscuits like party rings and Jaffa cakes and custard creams. And I'm like, uh-huh. Yeah, the nostalgic custard cream. The thing from our past. While having a packet next to me. My mum's a good lady. Hardcore unfiltered. Rockstar, sponsor me. Get me a computer that can play this game at the recommended level. Okay, this feels much better. I think I've got everything kind of layered out properly. Because it's one of those things where I think I had like everything on... That was a bit of a weird visual glitch when I turned, but it seems to be gone now. Where I had everything on like low, like high volume, low detail. So we were just seeing a lot of bad stuff, effectively. We're not getting 60 FPS, which is a shame, but we're not dipping below 45, which is nice.
Are you busy, Arthur?
Why?
Well, I know you think I'm just some effete buffoon.
What?
A man of words and not of action. Hardly a man at all.
So where do we find this friend of yours?
Roads!
Because what can possibly go wrong there?
Well, lead the way and we'll find out.
This is probably a case where it would get 60 FPS if I wasn't streaming.
You know me. I like to make friends in low places.
How the hell you end up down
Up. You said it. You said the name of the mission.
Same of you. I have a few commitments over this way. Some expenses to meet.
Expenses? What expenses?
Thank you for the stretch and the SkyeBlacke chorus.
Rabbits to pull out of hats?
Among other things, I had quite a nice little business going for a while.
Hello, my
Shares of a
darling.
Gold mining company. Excellent returns for the investor of a certain financial standing. Until, well, that unfortunate run-in with the law.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
Gentleman's
Thanks for
canes.
disappearing on us during that Sean business, by the way.
I've done my part.
Hey, babe, you should put the stream on your phone at the gym.
You know, you boys should really watch yourselves with those two families.
Yeah, that's a good point that Trelawney makes. Each person in the gang has their strength.
I tried to mention it to Hosea, but you know how he is. Anyway, while they're off chasing their pot of Confederate gold,
You could also leave a lurk up and
let me present you with
double my
something
viewer. Give me 2 views from you.
Where exactly are we going?
The train station. The clerk there, Alden, is quite a fellow. Very informed on the comings and goings of coaches round these parts. Here we are. We can hitch up outside. I'll make the introductions, Arthur.
Hitch my horse.
It's good, girl.
My horse seems to be a bit upset. Let's give her some sugar. That wasn't sugar. There we go, girl.
Come on. Hang back a bit and let me do the talking. We don't want to scare him off.
I don't want to use weapons. I want to give my horse a brush. Apparently causing trouble also means no horse care.
Well, there it is.
Oh, there's a bit of a flicker
That's the word in town.
when we load in a new area.
Hello, sirs. We've had quite enough of your kind here.
Hello, Josiah.
Nice to see some friendly faces around here.
And you, friend?
Like I said, times are tough. My missus is a bad woman. Terrible woman.
They often are. But how's work, Alden?
Terrible. Wages got cut again. They reckon they just invented a new horseless carriage will be the end of us.
They've been saying that nonsense since they invented the wheel. The wickedness of bosses.
I know. My comrades here and I are greatly discouraged from the adequate fulfillment of our duty.
A discouraged man is no man at all, Alden. No man at all. My friend Arthur here has a present for you.
I do?
Ain't you kind, sir?
Call him Arthur. He's one of us, a fellow man of distinction.
Okay. Well,
I wouldn't put it that far, but
timing. I think you'll like this one, Josiah. It'll be coming south down the river road.
Hosea.
Water Strand.
Thank you, Alden. Thank you very much.
Oh, and Josiah, if you or Arthur are ever out Strawberry Way, ask for my colleague there. Feller called Hector. He's also one of the... What did you call us again?
Discouraged men, Alden.
That's it. Discouraged men. I like that.
Well, goodbye, Alden, or should I say adieu?
Oh, adieu, Josiah.
I think he's so lavishly camp as a deflection from what he's doing.
See that pantomime.
Well, he basically confirmed it with that line.
Siltwater Strand, he said.
Okay, I think I know a good spot to wait. Follow me.
Let's give the horse a wee groom. No, let me be nice to my horsey.
Okay, let's go. This way.
Cars are still unkind. I've been waiting on that winter.
What did I tell you? Simple as can be.
So,
There's a
we're
lot of
nowhere
station
close to
workers
finishing.
on it these days. Bigger
Um,
pittance, the unions are whipping them up, so they want something on the side. Like he said, there, strawberry. Could create a lot of opportunities for a man in your line of work.
I can't go to
Ain't sure
Strawberry.
about going back
Yeah.
to Strawberry after all that Micah business.
Didn't sound like you left anyone alive to recognize you, so I wouldn't worry too much, dear boy. All this trouble. You gentlemen are becoming quite the celebrities, aren't you? Soon you'll be on the front of a dime novel. And dead, of course.
We're hoping to be long gone before that. Dutch has a plan.
Of course he
If anything
does.
goes wrong, let's meet back here at this crossroad, okay?
Alright.
Again, there's this problem of blind loyalty to Dutch that keeps cropping up. Whenever anyone who's slightly outside the main runnings of the group is like, I don't think this is going well, everyone defaults onto Dutch has a plan. Which creates this atmosphere where, one, people, like we see with John, they don't need to think about what they're doing because they just do what Dutch tells them to do. But it also means a scenario crops up where where they're trying to get, people are trying to give them advice and being like, this is maybe a bad idea, we shouldn't do this, and everyone goes, but Dutch said we should. And Dutch is always right. Dutch hasn't done anything to lead us astray so far. And it creates this great problem where these characters are deliberately removing their own agency from their stories to follow Dutch. And it kind of shows a great way in which Dutch is this master manipulator, maybe even subconsciously. People don't think for themselves, they just do what he tells them to do. Which creates a really interesting point when we remember that we rescued Mary Linton's brother from a cult at the start of this story. Interesting that she came to us in order to do that. Because I think a lot of the supporting cast are supposed to be reflections on Arthur, or parts of Arthur. So people like Mary Linton's brother, that random preacher who was taught, there's a lot of things that Arthur encounters that could be applicable to him also. Even the Confederate soldier who's clinging to an old job and his old way of life that, as Arthur himself put it, some jobs ain't worth saving. And, Arthur prays for the days of the gunslinger, the Wild West. And they're dead. They're dead and buried, which is probably also why the first real mysterious stranger that Arthur encounters is Jim Boy Calloway, who's obviously from that legendary gunslinger day, and he has to go around and he meets all these gunslingers, and all of them are either pieces of shit, drunk out of their mind, or in the case of I think Everett and Black Belle, are just like, yeah, it's nothing important. Like, our time has passed. Even Jim Boy Calloway's like, it's nothing. It doesn't matter. Like, what happened years ago. That time is dead. We have moved on. We are survivors, and we've moved. We get to deal with the price of living, of surviving, which is that we have to move on from our old way of life. And it's very deliberate, I would imagine, that Rockstar made that the first stranger mission you pick up because it is very antithetical, or it is the antithesis of what Arthur himself is coming to realize about his way of life. Because he doesn't want the gunslinger way of life. He wants what came next, the Wild West, the outlaws. And now we're moving into the age of civilization. Arthur is desperately trying to claw his way of life out of everything, and so is everyone, out of this new world, and refusing to move into the modern time. And then we come to Rhodes with the Braithwaites and the Greys, and everyone's stuck in the past. And again, it's a reflection on what's going on with Arthur's head.
Here we are. This is the spot. Hold. Okay. This should do.
Sure. Here.
I'm hoping we won't need those.
Better safe than sorry. So what were you thinking?
Well, according to this, the loot is located in a strongbox, which is in the back. I'll put on a little performance, and you can scurry around, open the strongbox, and relieve them of their goodies.
And how do I open the strong box without threatening someone to open it for me?
This should work.
And I can do this silently?
Well, I'm hoping complete silence won't be necessary. But you're going to wish you had your earplugs. This is Damson. Oh, very good, Alden, very good. Of course, if anything goes wrong, you can wave your guns around like you normally do. Hold tight. They'll be here soon.
We're still getting tutorials.
There it is. Right on time. Let's go. Keep your distance so they don't see you. And please leave that gun in its holster for once.
I doubled back so it looked like I was coming down from that homestead. I'm just a simple cattle rancher on my way into town. You're right, Trelawney. I wish we had earplugs.
I hope you don't mind my singing.
Not at all.
I'm preparing for a show.
It's a free country.
Did you say a show?
It's a small benefit to build an opera house in Blackwater. Just
Mrs. Chester Damson.
The man is he is a novice in nonsense.
Stop the coach, my good man! Stop the coach!
He's not a master like Hosea. He's a novice in nonsense.
Yep.
Miss Damson, why did you stop singing?
The New York audience, they were rather cruel.
New Yorkers are prigs and fools who believe Westerners don't know anything about culture. It's such a small show. Would you sing me something? I'm looking for him.
I don't know.
Miss Damson, you owe it to West Elizabeth.
I literally don't know what the difference is between the gunslinger outfit and my custom outfit.
Adagio, molto adagio.
Madam. Madam, we should move. The roads are not safe.
My good man, they're perfectly safe.
Can we go, please? I got a train to catch.
I want you to be quiet, you horrible little man.
One more time from the top.
Hmm.
I've heard enough. Might I have your card?
Again, just thinking about our little point earlier about moving into the past or moving on from the past. After we go off the mountain, again, it was very interesting. Well, I think this is the chapter that mostly focuses on looking and clinging to the past. It was kind of interesting that we encountered a group of Native Americans immediately after getting off the mountain. I've been trying to figure out what the Horseshoe Overlook and Valentine chapter were in themselves symbolizing. I think there's definitely this idea of nature versus nurture in there, and civilization versus freedom. Or civilization, as we say it. Because I imagine Dutch's viewpoints fall very in line with that of the Native Americans, to be honest. The idea of land reclamation, and everyone having their own place where they can be themselves, away from the laws of society.
Well done, sir. Well done.
It was easy. You did all the work.
Teamwork, my dear boy. Teamwork.
Here you go.
Thank you. Oh, jolly good. Go see Alden from time to time. See you soon, Arthur.
Don't get me wrong. I think Dutch's motivations are rooted in a good place. I believe the shit that Dutch is selling. Or rather, I believe that Dutch believes in the shit he's selling. But I think I think the vision is unrealistic, and I think it's impractical, and to some extent I think it's emotionally dishonest. There was a comedian I watched a couple of years ago called Reverend D. Hunter. Don't know why I paused for this. And he had a great point about how culturally Americans love catchphrases. They love slogans. Stuff like, I have a plan. We need the money. You know, those are kind of catchphrases and slogans for Dutch. And it's because in America, as Reverend D. Hunter put it, they found a way to make justification seem like empowerment. You got phrases like, what were the examples he used? Follow your heart, be true to yourself, follow your dreams. Batman Begins had the great one where it's to conquer fear, I must become fear. And that's just a justification for Batman to be violent. And everything, you know, like, Dutch does a lot of justifying, Dutch and the Gang, where he is like, you know, we have to do what we do. That's the most obvious one, is we have no choice. We're trying to build a better world, is something that Dutch says a lot, is that we're men who are trying to build a better world. America is so obsessed with its own greed that it is inherently uncivilized, and we are the civilized. You know, he makes a lot of very accurate points, but he also just uses it as justification for robbing and killing people. Let's be honest. Oh shit. Speaking of justification for violence, they fired first. That's very close to camp. I wonder if the Lemoyne Raiders know that we are just over the hill. Okay, yeah, there is because of these current graphic settings, there is a slight flicker whenever we enter a new location.
Hi, Mr. Morgan.
Yes.
Hello, John.
Hope that flicker's not bothering anyone. Bill, what you got? Rob a stagecoach with Bill. Go fishing with... is that Javier? Go fishing with Javier. Rob a stagecoach with Bill. Or do a mission with Micah. Let's go hear more from Javier.
Hello, Mr. Arthur.
There he is. What are you doing?
Going fishing. The rivers around here, famous for the smallmouth bass. Fella I met showed me a couple spots. You want to join me?
I can't fish with you. You're far too good.
Oh, come on, come on. Hey, join me. I'll show you a couple of my tricks.
That was very kid-like there. You want to join? Arthur? Like, I do think a lot of people view Arthur as as their big brother. I think Dutch has the respect of, like... I think the way the Trinity kind of goes... Square will include Susan. Susan runs the camp. She is, Mother Maiden. She is the hearth. She is home. Dutch is the leader. He is the man with the plan. He's tactical. Everyone has reverence for Dutch. Hosea and Arthur kind of fill out the same role, where they're the people who, like... If something goes wrong, you go to Hosea and Arthur. You don't go to Dutch. They're the respected leaders. Arthur is the enforcer. He is the main man of muscle in the gang. He's the guy who you go to when you want to get shit done. And Hosea is the one you go to where you're like, Hosea, I really fucked up. There's some people in town that recognize me. And Hosea's like, listen, we will figure out a solution. It's okay. You made a mistake. Here's what we're going to do. Hi, I'm here, actually. Hi, Chorus.
Okay, follow me.
I thought you said it wasn't far.
Of course, there's my car battery's dead. Oh, god damn it, babe. Why now? Also, there was a great section from earlier that I might have you go back and highlight, where I talk about kind of the nature of storytelling and stuff, and some things I've observed about Dutch and loyalty.
Hey, I can't even return to my country because the price on my head is so big. This is nothing exactly new to me. And I'll always be loyal to Dutch. He sees the world the same as I do. If we have to fight, we fight. If we have to run, we'll run. If we must die, we'll die, but we'll stay free.
And Dutch, you don't feel like, well, that he's doing things a little differently now? You saw what happened with that girl on the ferry.
No fight, good or bad, is won without blood. I know that better than most.
So Javier is a former Mexican revolutionary. And here's the thing about this whole loyalty pattern that we've got with Dutch. I believe it. Like, I'm the one who's like, oh, come on, Arthur, you're being a bit, you know, like, you're kind of talking behind Dutch's back. That's not great. I believe in Dutch, and I don't fucking like the guy. He's very convincing.
I think too many people are focusing on Dutch when they should be looking at themselves. What they could have done better.
Maybe you're right.
I'll do.
But with Javier, we definitely have some blind loyalty to Dutch.
We'll cut through to the right here. Shit.
Which is maybe why Javier never really went into detail about what happened on the ferry. Because all Javier would tell us is like, Dutch killed a girl in a bad way.
River, I caught some beautiful steelhead trout.
You mean the Lanahatchee River?
No. The Lanahatchee. It runs right near here.
Yeah, but it's pronounced Lanahatchee.
Why is everything in English said differently than it's written? Make us feel stupid?
This is the city of Saint Denis, spelled S-A-I-N-T space D-E-N-I-S. It is spelled Saint Denis. It is pronounced Saint Denis. I hate it.
Oh, you're asking the wrong feller.
Okay, it's just down the hill here.
English is 4 languages in a trench coat. And it sucks. And I have a degree in it, so I can say that. English is 4 languages in a trench coat, and it's fucking awful.
Hey, what are you doing? Okay, come on. Let's go try our luck.
Come on, Javier. I like Javier.
Pretty country.
Beautiful.
Come on, let's go see what's biting. You take this spot, Arthur. I'm going to cast from over to the right there, so we're not in each other's way.
I can't imagine. Trying to figure out what bait to use. Welcome back to the Sega bass fishing element of the game. Seriously, we've done like 5 streams and all of them have had fishing in them in like the past couple weeks. This game loves its fishing mechanic.
Time of day really can make a difference. They feed.
We are still getting fishing tutorials.
That's when the insects are more likely to be out.
We have been playing this game for like 12 hours.
Sometimes big fish think the raindrops are insects.
Have I? I think I might have been.
Well, I guess it's still relaxing even if I don't catch anything. Sort of like staring at the sky.
It's your bait, I think. Come use some of mine.
Oh, it's not the bait. It's me. I've always been a poor fisherman, especially compared with you and Jose.
Just try some of my... Here.
Arthur has this pathological need to put himself down.
Thanks.
It's not him being humble. Like, it humbles him, but he has this pathological need to put himself down. Which is clearly learned behavior, and probably the way in which Dutch keeps control of his gang.
He's a fighter. Trick is, let him tire himself out.
Well, you know what? Maybe it's not Dutch just to blame for that. Maybe it's his like it was Arthur's home life before that.
Remember that stagecoach we held up in Nevada?
Yeah, it was a tip from that crooked lawman in Reno.
We opened the door and it's full of women and children. Rich, but women and children. So we let it go and read in the newspaper that the O'Driscolls robbed and killed them all the next day further down the trail.
Yep. You know, way back in the day, Tom O'Driscoll and Dutch were sort of friends.
Friends?
Well, not friends, but they had an understanding. Then Combs' mean streak got meaner, and Dutch wanted to try to live a different way.
And now, here we are.
No, that's not what happened. Arthur himself has said Dutch killed Colum's brother, and Colum retaliated. But here, with Javier, Arthur is rewriting it that Colum got more aggressive and Dutch was, wanting to be peaceful, and that's what caused the rivalry. This blind loyalty to Dutch.
Okay, let's try for another.
Again, it's justification for what they do. It's not even blind loyalty, it's just Arthur justifying the violence.
People talk about huge smallmouth in Lake Owanjila, west of Strawberry, over in Big Valley. You need a lure to catch one that big, though. There you go, Arthur. Make sure he's tired before you reel in.
Fishing is fun, and it allows us to get some it is a quieter moment designed to give us insight to the characters.
Another one. He's small, but might make a nice meal.
That's a pretty decent fish, actually. We'll keep him.
Let's try for one more and then head back. What do you say?
That's fine with me.
See, this is the thing I love about this game, right? Because
This is an angry one.
in the book, stop pausing, Skye. In a book, for example, let's look at the interactions at camp. In a book, you could maybe have, Arthur, say it was wrote from Arthur's journal's perspective, for example. Which would be a really interesting writing experiment, to try and write the whole game from Arthur's perspective. In the style of his journal. So, you could have little things like, hey, whatever the date is, March 25th, whatever year, 1899. And then, Arthur...
I'm gonna head back. You wanna join me, or,
Arthur could, theoretically, the meat of that part of the chapter would be talking about the stagecoach robbery with Trelawney, but he could also, you know, preface it with describing what's going on at camp. And it would probably be wrote in such a way where he's like, you know, talking about how he's sitting in his tent and Bill's giving Javier a hard time, and I see Kieran in the distance sitting by himself, and maybe a thought about Kieran. But when we can actually see what Bill is saying to Javier, John and Abigail are arguing again, but we can hear what they're saying. It's so different. We get so much more context than just that, you know, Bill and Javier are hanging out. Kieran's on his own. Sadie's giving Kieran bad looks while she sits with Pearson. We actually see and hear everything. It's this is why I love video games. This is why I love video games. Video games are fucking great.
Come on, folks, time to eat. And fine conversation.
Why do you feel the need to talk so much?
Well, why you feel the need for silence?
I guess I prefer people when I don't have to listen to them.
Point taken.
Hi, Taylor.
Hey,
How are things?
I'm bored, Arthur. Are there any jobs going?
I'm sure there will be soon. I'll let you know.
All right, Arthur.
Always good to see you.
Hi.
Everything okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Why?
No reason. Just making sure.
All right, Arthur.
Again, that, like, hearing the way Sadie was like, hi, when Arthur was like, so it's good to see you. It was a lovely little moment. Like, you know, it goes to show that Sadie is gradually starting to feel like a member of the group. Hey, Jack.
Hey there, Jack.
Hi.
Look, everything's gonna be all right.
I know.
You'll be good now.
Bye-bye.
I've actually heard the antagonize option for that dialogue is great. I keep pausing to talk to you guys. I need to get out of that habit. The antagonize option for that dialogue is great because Arthur's like, listen, everything's going to be all right. And Jack's like, I know. And he's like, no, you don't. You're a kid, and I'm lying to make you feel better.
Hello, Abigail. You know, you should get out of here for a bit.
God, that'd be nice.
Well, we all need a break.
Okay.
Rockstar, fix your subtitles. That's happened more than a few times now, where something else has been subtitled.
You awake?
Oh, Arthur. Hello.
You ain't out of it again, are you?
I resent the accusation, Mr. Morgan.
Just making sure you're all right.
Certainly.
Gotta try harder with Reverend Swanson, Arthur.
Those twins who bought the horses are strange, huh?
Real strange. And they don't like
Williamson?
Hey, Arthur.
You been bringing in money?
Of course I have.
Okay, well, good.
Okay, then.
Is that Trelawney? It is.
Got any more opera singers for me to rob?
Arthur?
Let's see how Karen's doing.
Arthur?
Miss Karen, how you getting on?
Fine so far. And to think I was once a damsel in distress, and now they got me protecting the men.
Just stay alert.
Oh, I shall do. If anyone tries anything, I'll blow their heads off.
Good on you, Karen. Jose, you go to the bathroom a lot.
Good to see you.
Me and Lenny brought some guns in. Robbed them off that gang that runs around here.
Good work, Arthur.
I figure you'd know best how to sell them. Okay, well, let's talk more later.
Thanks.
Mr. Morgan.
There she is. Catching up on some reading?
Attempting to.
Alright, well, I'll leave you to it then. Haven't seen Dutch in a while.
Arthur.
Are we all standing in a line?
Herr Morgan.
So what do they eat in Germany, Strauss?
I'm Austrian.
Oh. Oh, so what do they eat in Australia?
It's a miracle you don't fall over more.
What the fuck kind of comeback was that? It's a miracle you don't fall over more. That was amazing. But that's a shame. Bill was just trying to make conversation.
Uncle.
Hello, gentlemen.
Hello. You okay?
Keep those books full now.
I'm trying.
We need every cent we can get.
Sounds good,
You
Mr.
know,
Morgan.
This camp ain't so bad.
Not bad at all.
If you even noticed, we moved camp.
Yep. Okay, Arthur.
Alright, Micah. Just you and me, buddy. What you got for me?
Micah?
Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called...
Hey, Molly, where's Dutch?
Well, however it goes.
I'm not sure all that line of thought serves you and me very well.
That's because, Cowpoke, you are a man of profoundly limited intelligence.
No doubt.
Well, you and the old man and Dutch have been running around, digging us ever deeper into shit. Old Mr. Pearson might have gone and lightened the load a little. Pearson! Ain't you curious?
I guess. Gentlemen.
Dutch, you tell him, fat man.
It's peace, Dutch. The O'Driscolls. I mean, I think there's a way.
What on earth are you talking about?
Get the words out properly, fat man.
I met a couple of the O'Driscoll boys on the road into town, and things were about to get ugly. But you know how I am in a fight, huh? Like a corner tiger. Anyway, somehow it didn't, but we got to talking, and they suggested a parlay to end things. Like gentlemen.
Gentlemen. Combe O'Driscoll. Have you lost your minds?
You're always telling us, Dutch. Do what has to be done, but don't fight wars ain't worth fighting.
They want a parley? It's a trap.
Well, of course, it's probably a trap, but what do we got to lose finding out?
Get shot.
We ain't getting shot because you'll be protecting us. It's a trap, you shoot the lot of them. If it ain't a trap, that's slim chance.
I don't see the point in any of this.
It's a chance you've gotta take.
I killed Combs' brother. A long time ago. Then he killed a woman I loved dear.
As you say, it's a long time ago, Dutch.
Let's go. You and me, with Arthur protecting us, no one else.
What about me?
This ain't the time for tigers, my friend.
That's interesting. It's interesting that Micah is the one... Micah, who we've seen be so violent, so unhinged, off the chain, is the one who's sowing for peace. I think somewhere Micah does have the best interest of the group in his heart.
Hey, baby.
But it's very interesting that, yeah. And there's an argument to be made, because Mike is one of the newest members of the group, he just succinctly makes the argument of being like, old rivalries aren't getting us anywhere. You know, we're a dying breed. We need, maybe not friends, but we need to at least not be fighting the O'Driscolls at every corner. And he's, like, again, weird thing is he is right. I'm agreeing with him. And I don't like Micah either. This chapter is doing great for making me side with the characters I don't like.
I've been fighting Colm for so long now, I can barely remember a time when it was different.
And you're still fighting him now. Make no mistake of that.
Here he goes, Doubting Thomas. Is there any plan you ain't sour on?
Sorry about the car chorus.
Right. Just nervous. Let's not waste any more lives needlessly.
I ain't costing lives here. I'm saving them. What did you say? We had Pinkertons coming after us?
Because of Blackwater?
And Leviticus Cornwall and his private army. Then, who knows when this local hillbilly thing will come to a head, And we really afford to be fighting on all these fronts. And O'Driscoll.
He's making a very good point.
I hope so, gentlemen, but like I said, I'm nervous.
Look, you ain't even going to be the one in danger. We'll get on over there, find a nice perch for you to settle into. You got that rifle, don't you?
Yeah.
Then me and Dutch walk right in to the lion's den. With you to cover us.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but I agree with Micah.
Just keep calm, unless I give you a reason not to.
Oh, we'll be fine. We got you.
I will do my best.
Oh, my dear and trusted friend, with you watching over me, I would walk into hell itself.
As would I.
Suck up. Like, it does... He is a bit of a suck up, but I think he does, at somewhere within him, have the best interest of the group at his heart.
Hey, up there, men on the ridge.
O'Driscolls, from the look of them.
I don't like having eyes on us.
We're close. You'll be the eyes soon enough. Maybe he's right, Dutch. Maybe I have pushed too hard. Got us into situations that could have been safer. I see all those mouths we gotta feed, and I dream too big, caring too much. That's my problem.
And we've gone the other way.
There's no such thing.
This is horse shit from both of you.
It might be. Micah might be full of shit. Colm O'Driscoll.
That was the most insincere thing I've ever heard.
The promise of this great nation. Men created equal. Liberty and justice for all. That might be nonsense too. But it's worth trying for. It is worth believing in. Can't you see that, friend?
I don't know.
Try. All I ask is you try.
How the fuck did we get here? Where now Dutch is the one arguing in favor of the parlay that he didn't even really want.
You're gonna peel off up ahead. We'll be meeting down on the plain. Find a spot just above us where you can keep an eye on things.
All right. However this shakes out, let's aim to meet back at the fork in the road afterwards.
We'll be there, partner.
What do we think of Micah, chap? But don't get me wrong, I think he's slimy and dishonest, and there's a lot of issues with him. But I also think that... Let's maintain this gun real quick, because it might be needed. But I also think there is an... not a sensitivity to him, but he is a man who wants to be included. You know? And I think one of the facts that he is often not included within, like, group events, people don't like Micah because he's a bit different from everyone else, and he is a bit slimy, for lack of a better expression, might not necessarily be a good thing for building a relationship. Oh, well, that's a good sign. We got a dead animal of some description and a pair of vultures. Well, if that isn't fucking foreshadowing, I don't know what is. We got a dead dog and a pair of vultures. Hey, Colin.
It's been a while.
Sure.
So, how's your gang doing? They still believing in you? Better world. Pure world. Hmm? How's that coming along?
Just fine.
How's that score you stole off us?
Which one?
Oh, I like that. It's like I said, this is a charismatic leader. Lot of heat on us this time. Both of us. Whole heap of trouble. They offered me a price, Dutch, to bring you in.
Why didn't you take it?
Well, still might.
I am sorry about your brother.
Yeah, well, I never liked him much.
I liked Annabelle.
You always loved the ladies, Dutch Vanderlyn. I like that about you.
What are we doing here? Go home. Is this thing over?
Oh, shit.
Hello, sugar. You ain't dead, is you? Not yet, anyway. Hey. I don't know. Column's got a sense.
They pronounced his name correctly.
Strange times?
They killed Shaman. Fuck the whole lot of them. With this fella Coleman's right, we can draw them all back.
True.
Where'd Colum and Patrick head off to?
In a town, I think, to stick to the law.
That has to be crap. It ain't worth the risk. Colum's got a sense about... He's escaping! Shoot him! Relax. Relax. I got it. Did I kill you?
Oh, not yet.
No, of course not. Not yet. But I will.
So now we are the Kieran. I don't want to do anything. I just want to listen to these guys talk. Interesting, you know how the other half lived. Hydration station. Let's all have a wee chat. We chat and we drink. Hey, Colin.
Arthur Morgan. It's good to see you.
Hello, Cole.
How's the wound? I hardly feel it. You will. Septic. Ain't nice. Now, tell me. Fine gun like you. Why you still running around with old Dutch? Could come right with me and make real money.
It ain't about the money, Cole.
No. Dutch's famous cars, huh? You killed a whole bunch of my boys. That 6-point gag.
I ain't got no clue what you're talking about.
Oh, you lie, my friend. And I thought Dutch preached truth.
Let me go, Colm, and end all this crap between you two. We all got real problems now.
The way I see it, they get him. They forget about me.
They ain't the forgetting sort. If I were you, I'd run as soon as I had the money.
I know you would. But see, we lure an angry Dutch in to rescue you. Grab all of you and hand you in. Then disappear.
So you only met with him to grab me?
Of course. He's gonna be so mad. He gonna come raging over here. And a whole lot of you. And the law will be waiting for him. Arthur. Arthur, I missed you.
Well, at least we didn't have to experience that in first person. Or do it, in the case of GTA 5, where we were the torturer. But the question is, chat, who were the two vultures and who is the rotting dog? Were the two vultures Colm and Dutch? Were they Micah and Dutch? Was the dog Arthur? Was the dog Dutch? I think that's up for interpretation. I got a few ways I can read it. You could argue that the two vultures are Colm and Dutch fighting over this dying way of life. Or it could argue that maybe it's Micah and Arthur. Micah and Dutch even. And this parlay is what gets Arthur into the position of being the dog. This is gross. That was us cauterizing our shotgun wound. What are you doing, Arthur? Trigger warning, chat.
I don't want to go to Mexico. I want to go home. Home! Hold on, I'll be back in a minute. What the hell?
Now we get Arthur Morgan, the Terminator.
What's he still doing down there? It's one thing torturing a man, it's another thing putting him through stories of the homeland. He better hurry it up. I don't want to be here when the law comes for that side of beef.
I want my stuff back. They know I'm here. I cannot get a shot off. Your Driscolls are searching the area for you and have patrols along the road. Evade them and escape the area. If an enemy hears a gunshot or sees a body, they will search the area for you. Fuck me. Okay, where are we going? Damn it, that's heading us straight into Blackwater. Okay, if we take the train... If we double back along this path, we can get back on the train route. Let's get some health in us. We need a bow, we need a bow.
What you boys been up to? Ah! This is your last fight, mister. Get him back in.
Well, that didn't work. We need something to give us some energy. Oh, this is a challenge. I love it when games switch things up. So like we are at our weakest here, chat. It is bad. See, no matter how much we heal, we are fucked. We need actual medical attention. God, I hope there's not a train. I imagine we're gonna end up, like, returning to camp just slumped over our horse. Yep, there it is. Come on, Nightingale. Get us home. Is the camera too big? Again, imagine the reaction here. It's like Arthur is back.
Arthur! Arthur?
Arthur. I told you it was a setup, Dutch. My boy, my dear boy, what?
They got me. But I got away.
Yeah, you did. Miss Grimshaw, I need help. Reverend Swanson.
He's gonna set the law on us.
Oh, of course he was.
I'm sorry, Arthur.
It is a bit late for apologies. Swanson! Mr. Morgan. Mr. Morgan, you're safe now.
Oh, let's get him to bed.
You are safe now, Arthur.
We don't know how long Arthur was gone.
Safe now.
That's pretty, Dutch. That's real pretty.
Miss Grimshaw, will you sit with him a while?
Of course. You'll be okay, Mr. Morgan. You're home.
Like, we don't know how long Arthur was taken. Presumably a couple of days. Okay, this animal motif. This is something that starts now. This is something I've heard about. Apparently, Arthur's morality is represented either by a deer or a wolf, depending on your honor level. So this is evidently the first major turning point in the story. Like, this is our getting off of the mountain.
I thought I'd be burying you, Mr. Morgan.
Well, not quite yet, River.
Good.
He's got the full beard and the long hair.
About the same as you.
I'm sorry to hear that. Well, take care of yourself.
You too.
I kind of like shaggy looking Arthur. New journal entry. We gotta read this. There's always seems to be more. Oh, we've already done this one. We went horse thieving. Our greed getting the better of us. Believed the yarn spun us by that Grey family, the patriarch, Tavish, a particularly unpleasant one of what seems a reasonably unpleasant family. He had us believing that the Braithwaite woman owned some high-price English thoroughbreds or Arab chargers or whatever that were supposed to be, they were supposed to be, and imagined we were gonna be woefully rich. At the end of it, we felt like prize idiots, so I guess at least some prizes were being handed out. Weeks later, I've been recuperating after an interesting encounter with Colum O'Driscoll. Dutch got it into his mind to meet the bastard to somehow end all of this lunacy. Only Colum did not share Dutch's sense of honour amongst thieves. Whole thing was a setup to kidnap me, then lure all of the rest of us into a trap, so that we could get arrested and Colum could disappear, us somehow carrying off his sins, along with our own to the gallows. Seems like Colum is enjoying this modern world even less than we are. More by luck than judgment, I escaped and somehow got back here, more dead than alive, and collapsed into bed for a few feverish days. After much nursing from Miss Grimshaw and Miss Tilly, and much guilt-ridden apologies from Dutch over his stupidity, I survived okay. My shoulder, where I was shot, ain't come down with the gangrene, and I will live, if even uglier than before. Things is getting more insane with the local population. My sense is neither the Greys nor the Braithwaites have a pot to piss in, but I ain't spent too much time with the landed gentry. Whatever else they is, they don't make one believe in the nobility of the aristocracy. Let's see what Dutch has to say.
I expect you'll betray me in the end, Arthur. You're
What?
the type. That's so. You tell me.
What the fuck was that? I just got shot for you.
What is that even supposed to mean?
I'm sorry. I'm a little tired, I think.
That's a strange thing to say. All right, well, I should be getting on.
Okay, Arthur.
Notice you don't have the option to antagonize him.
It was fun going out and working with you, Arthur.
I've seen too many friends get killed to see it as quite so fun.
Well, I'd rather be shot for an outlaw than hanged for a thief.
Reckon it's about the same in the end.
Maybe. Anyway, it was fun.
Sure.
That came out of fucking nowhere.
Are we millionaires yet, Mr. Strauss?
Good morning, Arthur.
Cooking the books there?
Doing my best.
Well, don't let me disturb you.
Okay, Mr. Morgan. Good morning.
You again. You heard from any O'Driscolls?
No, of course not. I've been here with you lot.
If you do, you make sure you tell us, okay?
Yep, all right. I'll see ya.
I am perturbed by that statement from Dutch.
Hey, Arthur. Hey, all good out here? I think so, but...
Real frightened.
Of what?
How are you? Pinkerton,
Morning,
bounty
Mr.
hunters. It all feels... We've been in bad situations before, but... I feel like my whole life's been one long, bad situation. I'm a mother. It's the truth, Arthur. Listen all you want, but it's the truth. I'm afraid.
Yeah, me too, Abigail.
In my life.
I know, my dear.
Well, what are we gonna do? Is Dutch... I mean, he's always found a way, but lately
I know, dear. Seems we don't have a choice but to ride this train to the end of the line. If I were you, think of the boy and make plans. Arthur, stop being strange and tell her to make plans.
Listen to Hosea, Abigail.
I just wish John was... I care about him. Damn fool that he is.
I know, dear. Stay calm. Jack needs you calm.
You ain't giving up on us, are you?
No, of course not. But this is no situation for Abigail and the boy.
Well, maybe not.
That was such a human moment. The fact that it was Hosea, Abigail, and Arthur, the three people who have expressed doubts in the direction that the group are going, confiding in each other and being like, this isn't gonna last. We can't stay like this, you know. Hosea cutting her off when she's like, you know, I trust Dutch, but you know, think he's gotten us that scenarios before, but lately, and he's like, I know. Like, these three characters, it doesn't get brought up very much. They see the track that they're on. Probably clearer than anyone, and they're probably the only three who really see it. That, like, we're going to die trying to achieve Dutch's dream for him. And Arthur, you know, has already been like, I'm not afraid to die. I'm just, you know, I'll die for this gang. I'll kill people for it. I'll happily die for it. I just want to die for something that's worth dying for. Same with Hosea. But Abigail has that, you know, she has a kid, and they're all like, yeah, you need to get out of here. This is... By them saying Abigail and Jack need to start making plans to get out of here, it's Hosea and Arthur, in not so many words, confirming we can't protect you anymore. We can barely protect ourselves.
Good morning, Arthur. Hey, Charles. Good to see you back on your feet. No rest for the wicked. Okay, I'll catch you later then. All right.
It's the first time that the real frailty group has come to bear.
Well, he treated me real bad. He was bad.
So, Arthur, is it true about the bad luck?
What bad luck?
Ah!
I just broke my pocket mirror, and I remember me old ma saying that a broken mirror means 7 years bad luck.
7 years? We won't see 7 years out. Don't be ridiculous. But if I find a mirror on my adventures, I'll bring it back for you.
Thank you, Arthur.
Raised me, treated me right, taught me to read.
There it is again.
Perfect. But he's the closest I've met in this world. Ain't it so, Arthur?
We all loved you, Miss Tilly. Even them of us with cold hearts. You was the sweetest little thing we ever saw. And the saddest.
Things are starting to become undone. I'm not sure if anyone else is getting that feeling, but we have half the camp being like, things are falling apart, and the other half desperately trying to reassure everyone that everything's okay. And then, in the middle of all that, Molly walks up to us and brings up fucking luck again. And as we've discussed previously, luck is an indicator. The references of luck, of good luck and bad luck, and every time they bring it up, is an indicator in this story, it seems so far, that things are about to get worse.
You boys don't know you're born. This isn't tough. This is easy. Easy. Tough as a dead cow.
Morning, Arthur.
Surrounded by icebergs. Slowly starving. And then the boat comes down with the plague. And men are dying like it's a race. The parson, he can't keep up with the funerals. We're burying them 2, 3 at a time, and there's 50 sharks chasing the boat just to feast on the corpses. This is a picnic. Tough. That ain't tough. See, sharks, that's a holiday. Tough is arriving in a new city. Both your parents newly dead. No one looking after you except some scumbags you meet on the street. Folks starving, people desperate. How old were you? 9. So 9 years old, I've been living on my wits. Hell. Chances to see that, that'd be a joy. Yeah, I tell you, sharks are nothing compared to human beings. Now, maybe you're right. I guess all life is brutal in its own way. Exactly. Yeah, it's all just a miserable waste of time. Appalling. Dreadful. You know, maybe that's the point.
Mr. Morgan, I feel I made a bit of a fool of myself again.
We've all done it.
And you saved my life again.
Well, maybe one day you'll save mine. Or my soul. Yeah, I'd like that.
Don't make fun of me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Anyway, it wasn't a complete waste of time. I stole this from one of those awful men. You should have it.
Well, thank you, but you were blind drunk.
I was drunk, but I never forget my manners. Be well, Mr. Morgan.
Will you be well, too?
I'll try. I really will.
Oh. Okay, that's a lot to take in real quick. Yeah. So we have Molly bringing up luck again, which is always a sign that things are going to get worse. And then we have that moment between Pearson and Uncle, where Pearson, to me, sounded more like he was trying to convince himself than necessarily the people around him. And then you have Uncle being a child, parents dead, raised by scumbags on the street. Do you know who else has that story? Arthur. Arthur is an orphan. He was raised by Dutch and Hosea. The camp's starving, people are desperate. That's what's happening now. Like, we're getting desperate. We've been desperate, you know, already in the story, and it feels like it's starting to get bad again. It is quite heavy. We have Dutch randomly accusing us of betrayal.
Morning.
I'm hungry this morning.
You little fucking prophet of death.
You're a good kid.
Thanks, Uncle Arthur.
You take care now.
Okay, Uncle Arthur.
About voting. Women voting.
How are you, Tilly?
How are you, more to the point? Feeling better?
Yeah, I'll live.
Then folk, and by folk, I mean
Well,
men,
I should
will
get
have
back
hear
to
about
it.
how awful we got it.
See you later.
We have it awful? Sure.
How so?
All they'll let us do is teach children, clean houses, and line our backs for money. Much in the way of living. Even fancy women look sour. They'll beat us, enslave us, and punish us if we try to stand up to them.
We're always
Guess
working.
I never
saw it quite that way. I think I'd like to vote.
Who you gonna vote for?
John?
No idea.
Oh, finally back on your feet. All that crap you gave me after that wolf attack?
Yeah, I guess for now even. Anyway, I won't disturb you.
Sounds good.
Morning.
Morning, Arthur.
Still here then?
Well, how charming.
Well, you do have a habit of disappearing.
Yes.
Well, we ain't the quickest, but we get it done right.
Yeah. The best things aren't done in a hurry.
All right?
Hello.
Don't forget about all that money out there.
Of course not.
Anyway, you know what to do.
Okay.
Yeah, the fact that we literally go from... I don't know if that was randomly generated or not, but, like, the fact that we go from Uncle complaining about people starving and, you know, as a child, being raised by scumbags, having no one else, and then the next thing we hear from Jack is, I am hungry. I don't know if that was randomly generated. If it was, that is a amazing coincidence. If it wasn't, that is some of the best writing I have ever seen. Like, does anyone else have talking and just walking around camp, this place that used to be such a warm and nice place, does anyone else have a feeling of dread?
Hey, Sadie.
So you didn't get Como Driscoll?
No. And I'm feeling better, by the way. All right, well, I should be getting on.
If you say so.
You think you could ever do it? Go straight, honest work?
We wouldn't even know where to start.
Morning to you.
How are you?
Always busy.
Somebody has to do it.
Well, don't let me disturb you.
Nearly
Sounds
finished with
good.
that? Not yet, Miss Grimshaw. Well, hurry it along.
Mary Beth, you're so much faster than me. Please slow down.
Mary Beth.
Glad to see you back on your feet.
A few new scars, but I'll live. Okay, I'll catch you later then.
Sure thing.
Hello, Miss O'Shea.
Hello, Arthur.
Smile. Things could be worse.
I'll smile when I got reason to.
Anyway, I'll leave you to it.
All right.
Mr. Strauss.
How are you?
Fucking shit, if I'm honest, Strauss.
Arthur. How's the cigar?
Not bad. But sometimes I prefer a pipe. I've been meaning to get one for ages. I left the old one
And Blackwater, I know. Well, if I find one, you can have it.
Well, you are a gentleman, Mr. Morgan. I raised you well.
Oh, don't take too much pride in your work.
Alright, I think it's time for a new look. You know what? We have some money. Let's ride into town. Get us a new outfit. And get away from this fucking place. Jesus, yeah, I'm not sure if anyone else is... Oh, I see that Lovely Scientist is feeling it. This camp just feels really unsettling at the moment. Also, can't help but notice that Micah's not there.
You're wasting time I don't have. Thanks for nothing. What the hell?
Oops. Alright, to be fair, I was trying to help you. That was a genuine mistake. God, there's just... Oh, there's so much, right? There's so much. Alright, chat, I have a question for you. What do I call the archive channel?
You're looking real nice today, Bill. Shut up.
I'm not doing this. I'm not doing a mission. Where else can we go to buy some clothes? Next nearest town over is... I mean, I guess we could take a trip to Saint Denis, but everything will be a bit more expensive. Let's take a ride out to Saint Denis. You know what? We got shot in the shoulder. We clawed our way back from Colm O'Driscoll. We deserve some nice new clothes. There has been a lot of literacy analysis in this stream. But yeah, I was considering calling the Twitch, the Twitch Archives channel, the VODs channel, the Black Box Archive, or just the Black Box. But I've also got that as our temporary podcast name, so I don't want to confuse branding. We might just have to settle with SkyeBlacke Live. The Black Archives? Yeah. I mean, it's yeah, it sounds like the Black tapes. Which, by the way, of course, we never finished. Of course, and I used to listen to podcasts together. To be fair, we have like 800 things that we need that we are or we need to watch. So. I don't have a gym podcast. I have a gym audiobook.
Hello, how are you today?
There's a lot of stuff here in Saint Denis, but
Why you playing like that?
Let me vote. Let me vote.
As well as can be expected.
Madame, let me vote. Let me vote. Let me vote. I can say this all day. Let me vote. Let me vote. Let me vote. I will say this for as long as it takes. Come on, people. Let me vote.
Ma'am?
You, my friend, what do you think about women's suffrage?
Women voting? Sure, why not?
Oh, thank you, sir. You are a true progressive.
Anyone dumb enough to want to vote, I say go for it.
Oh, a cynic. How dull for you. I do hope you grow out of it, young man. It's so unappealing.
Unappealing is what I do best.
I mean, he is progressive in a way.
Hello, sir. Isn't it time to end this nonsense and let us vote once and for all?
How do I get in here?
Well, excuse you.
Hello, come on in.
Howdy.
Let's have a look here.
Now the hat's never going to change. We keep Arthur's hat. This is a nice coat.
That is a local favorite.
Hmm. Arthur does look good in brown.
If you have any questions, you just let me know. People around here come in just for those.
More power to this woman.
Come now, don't doubt yourself. That looks excellent on you.
Let's go with the darker red.
Almost human.
Let's get some new pants. Like, we're getting a whole new outfit.
Now, what is your preferred color for this?
I agree. Be nice if you added people of color to your list.
Thank you very much. I have to say, that looks just fantastic on you. That is a local favorite.
There we go. All right, we have a fresh new outfit.
Farewell.
Let's see our brand new Arthur. Excuse me, ma'am.
This land of equality is a sham and a disgrace.
All right, where's the hairdresser?
Look out! Is someone there? Anything to spare for a blind man?
Here you go, friend.
Bless you, mister. Truly, you're a saint. Yes, sir. There should be more people in the world like you. God bless.
I maybe disagree with that assertion, but
One book to happiness. One book to truth. One book to the future. My book. My book about the path to eternal joy. Money. Be rich. Sir, madam, make something of yourselves. I love you.
Hello.
Hi there. Come on in.
Saint Denis is really popping off.
What you want?
Styles, here we go. Do we like Shaggy Arthur? Do we want Shaggy Arthur to stay?
That's, looks pretty good.
Let's cut things down a wee bit. I love how invented I wish the facial hairs were like this online. God, that's not even the longest beard.
Well, that Eleanor got seen in the bar trying to take home the piano player.
Thank you. Looks okay. That's pretty decent.
So tell me, how you do?
That's, looks pretty good.
There we go.
Well,
There's our Arthur.
Hello, man.
There's our Arthur. We got some brand new clothes, a shave. All we need now is a bath.
my girl.
Got to do with getting these spurs off of us.
Excuse me, sir. Can I bother you for a minute of your time?
Let's see him in a
See you
cutscene.
again, sir. Did you change your mind about donating by any chance? We could really use your support to improve the lives of our veterans and their families.
Okay.
$20 ain't no chicken feed, but sure, I can help you out.
That's very kind. What is your name, sir?
Arthur Morgan.
Your donation will be acknowledged on a founder's plaque when the building is completed. You have a great day, Mr. Morgan.
I love how it immediately tells me that I can loot the box. Frame rate drops to a struggling 43 in Saint Denis. If we're going to spend any significant time there, we might need to fix that. Also seems like Nightingale is struggling a bit with this swamp. Or maybe it's just because we're in the Saint Denis area, she doesn't want to run quickly. I don't know. But I think having a nice wee trip to get changed and get a new outfit on. I'm not sure about this coat. How do we feel about the coat? I guess I like it. Someone's in danger.
Thank you, stranger. These raiders are insane.
That was slick. That was very slick. Yeah, I like how this Arthur looks. I kind of tried to stick with the color scheme that he had before, just upgrade his clothing. Nightingale.
Let's get. Yep.
Wasn't even holding the controller when that happened, by the way. She just was like, ooh, a fence, and ran straight into it. He cleaned up nice indeed. Alrighty. Do we know what this mission is for Bill? What's the nature of this interaction? Bill, Micah, and Sean are meeting the Greys over at the saloon about a job. Alrighty.
You're looking real nice today, Bill. Shut up.
Hey there, partner. Evening, sir.
Is it just me, or is the town very quiet?
No, real good. Like better than...
It's gonna happen, guys.
I'm genuine, Bill.
It's about to go wrong. I'm telling you.
Been waiting for you, Arthur.
Well, I'm sorry to have kept you.
Come
It's
on. Let's
quiet.
get going.
What's the
It's
plan?
empty.
We're meeting a couple of the Greys over at the saloon. They spoke to Bill about a job, needing security.
After the farce of stealing the horses for them, why are we doing this?
Because we need to stay in with
The
them,
music.
and they're paying.
So what kind of security they want?
We're about to find out. Now come on.
This seem legit to you, Bill?
Sure. Dutch said we was to keep on dealing with them until we find this gold.
Can we trust them? Can we trust anyone?
Yeah. Let's just see what they say.
They said there was some big misunderstanding about them horses.
And what about boarding their fields?
They don't know we had anything to do with that.
Oh, that's so.
Yeah.
They know.
I think it was the Braithwaites.
Look at this. This is a setup. Everyone's either moving out of the town or surrounding us. This is a setup.
These Grey boys a bit now. This is on the level.
We're stuck in the middle of some ancient feud, but instead of playing both sides, we're being used by both of them.
They were saying that Catherine Braithwaite...
Hey, hold up. This don't feel right.
Now it don't feel right. I could have told you.
Told you. Told you. They fucking killed Sean. Sorry, Sean. And now we're dead too. Sean's dead. They killed Sean. We had houses to rob with Sean. Do you remember when I called Sean the heart and soul of the gang? And with him gone, that kind of kills our heart. Well... Things are about to very much go downhill then, if Sean's dead.
You're getting sloppy, Morgan.
I was shot recently, Micah. This is a hard mission.
Cowards are in the gun store. I'll get the front. You take the back. These bastards gonna walk out. Real heavy over here, fellas. Sons of bitches. Come on, Arthur. Find a way in there. I'm gonna hit you on the outside. You're getting sloppy, Morgan.
Do you see that window in Sean's skull? Don't talk to me about sloppy.
Better in here, not there.
We should probably get Bill over here.
You sure about that?
So yeah, thinking the Greys might be onto us after all.
Now it's sinking in. So much for loot. What damn loot? We ain't getting out of this with nothing. That's assuming we even get out.
Of course we're getting out of it. This is you and me, Morgan. We always get the job done.
Hey, remember... Micah, remember when we shot up Strawberry?
You call this getting the job done? See Bill anywhere? No.
See that? Those cowards running away.
Looks like most of them. Not all of them. Sheriff Gray. And what about Bill? Where the hell's he?
We'll find him later. Come on.
We have to get back to camp and warn the others.
You need to get a hold on this town. It's going to hell. What do you think you are? Bunch of two-bit thugs from God knows where? You're so dumb to think we don't know what you've been doing. Come out, Sheriff. It's over. We put down far worse than you. 100 times over.
Yeah?
This is the Greys' town. Always has been. Always will be.
They're gonna have Bill.
Only Greys I see left around here is you. You want us to come out? We'll come out.
Bill. Guns on the ground now. Both of you. Don't do it. You know we can't do that. You put the gun down, Sheriff.
I'll blow his brains out.
You want to join your little friend there, do you?
Either way, you're a dead man. Morgan?
And here we are. Hey, Sean.
He was a good kid.
Well, how the hell was I to know?
Let me see. They set us up once before. They didn't like us. We destroyed their farm. Should I go on?
Go easy on him, Morgan. He was out trying to find a lead. Same as you, same as Hosea. All you do is complain when things don't work out. Except when it's your goddamn fault.
You don't know what you're talking about. You don't give a damn about nobody but yourself.
Oh, you act so high and mighty, but you're no better than the rest of us. I've ridden with you boys close on what, 6 months now? And all you ever done was complain. You can fight, but you can't think.
You can't do either.
Okay, cowpoke.
Bill, take the boy's body. Bury him proper someplace quiet. Micah, best you and I don't speak for a moment.
I'm just so frightened by you.
Get out of my sight, pair of fools.
And now we need to get back to the fucking gang because things are about to go to shit.
He was like an annoying little brother to me. What fun we had riding together. What a goddamn mess we are making of things.
The camp's first real casualty in our story is Sean. We gotta see what Arthur thinks about this. Fuck, man, he drew him? Sean has been killed. I'm more sad than I can admit. I loved that little loudmouth wretch more than I knew. He was like an annoying little brother to me. What fun we had riding together. And now he's dead. His head shot off in an ambush. What a goddamn mess we're making of things. Still no Confederate gold, but a shit ton of trouble. Everything is falling apart. Now we gotta go warn Dutch, because shit's about to go down.
Don't get hysterical.
I just need to have a rechange of clothes quickly, guys. I just want to get my duster on. No, actually, I think I prefer the classic tailcoat. Let's get these fucking spurs off, though. Also, it seems to just be playing generic dialogue, like camp dialogue, but like all at once.
Arthur, have you seen the boy, Jack?
No.
Oh no.
Where's my goddamn son? Where is he? Where's my son? They took him, didn't they? They took my son.
Who took him?
We think the Braithwaite woman took him.
Oh.
But Kieran saw a couple of fellows sound like Braithwaite boys.
Where's my son? If anything, where is my son, Dutch Vanderlyn?
We will find him, we will bring him back to you, and we will kill any fool that had the temerity to touch one hair on that boy's head. Abigail, you have my word.
Just get me back, my son.
I will get that boy back, so help me God. Right now.
Dutch! We just heard about Jack. You need some extra guns?
Yeah, why not? Micah, Kieran, anyone strange turns up, you kill.
Ooh.
Rest of you, let's ride.
Whole gang's going out.
Okay, let's go get that boy back.
Like, we got everyone but the new kids here.
They must have figured out what...
And they fucking broke the rules. They took Jack.
we was up to, Dutch.
Yeah, we just got shot to hell by the Greys in town. I know, I heard about Sean too. I don't want to even think about that right now. We have to focus on Jack. I swear, I'll kill everyone there. Easy, John. Try to stay calm. I'm fine.
How the hell did they get to him?
I don't know, but we are getting him back and they will pay. I promise you that.
See, this is everything has gone downhill, but we do see there the moment everyone hears that that Jack is in danger, the whole fucking gang mobilizes. And even Bill, who is like a confrontational little shit, even Bill is like, we're coming with you.
I hate to break it to you, but I don't think there is any gold. Or if there is, it's hidden somewhere no one knows. What? I've turned every stone.
Christ's sake, Hosea. After all that, another perfect scam.
We underestimated them.
No, they underestimated us. Enough talk. There is no point arguing how we got here. This is
You,
where
Dutch, we got here because of you.
We are going
I'm actually annoyed that Micah, Kieran, and Sadie aren't here as well. Like, this should be a whole gang mobilizers moment.
Okay, get your heads right. Nobody makes a move until I say so.
Also, yeah, we got... I love the running order where we have Dutch out front, Hosea and John as his lieutenants, then the 4 enforcers with Bill, Charles, Javier, and Lenny, and then Arthur bringing up the rear as the head enforcer, because that's a very important position to be in because it means you are the person covering everyone's backs. You are trusted to look after everyone else and not need looking after yourself.
First Sean, now Jack. He should have stayed out of all of this.
Bit late for that, ain't it? Quiet. We're going to fix this right now. Come on.
1 second, guys. I'm gonna make something just for you guys. Just because it's been bothering me that I have been blocking some cutscenes, and I actually do know that this is a cool cutscene, so technical difficulties. 1 sec. Shouldn't be setting up source in the middle of a cool moment, but it is worth it. Okay, that should be all good now.
Let's get this done. John, you sure you're okay?
Like I said, I'm fine.
Follow my lead. Both these redneck families think they can ruin us? I don't think so.
There they are.
Who steals a goddamn boy?
I'm gonna let fly at those sons of bitches.
Don, I need you to stay calm.
Ah!
Get down here now! You inbred trash!
What the hell do you want?
Easy, John.
We've come for the boy. You must have known we would.
Shouldn't have messed with our business now, should you?
Whatever complaint you have with us, alleged or otherwise, that is a young boy. That is not the way you do things. hand him over.
Get the hell off our land!
If you ain't gonna be civilized about this...
We kill them all. We kill them all.
Watch those balconies!
Rules of engagement. You do not go after the children. We actually got a story about that earlier where where they try to rob a stagecoach in Nevada and it's filled with rich women and children and they decide to let them go because rule of engagement is you don't go after kids. And then again, here we are.
Arthur, John, Hosea with me. The rest of you, watch out here for any other arrivals. Get in there! Find Jack! And find that Braithwaite woman! Jack, you in here? Jack, can you hear me? Jack? Oh, shit!
Ooh, that is the face of a man who's angry.
There's something pushed up against it.
John, Arthur, we'll hold them down here. We got more coming in. Arthur, get out there. We got this door covered. There's a rifle over there if you want it.
I'm trying to hit the lantern. Those aren't— oh shit, those aren't lanterns, they're Molotov cocktails. See, because of how much I care about the gang and Jack, like, this is an example of ludonarrative harmony, where the concept of ludonarrative dissonance is that your feelings and your goals don't necessarily line up with your character's feelings and goals. Here, I am fucking pissed off. I am angry. I want Jack back. I am on the same page as everyone in this game. Especially that we're paired up with Jack's son, Jack's father.
1, 2, 3.
Potential trigger warning. Things do get a bit violent with Mrs. Braithwaite.
You want me to kill you too, old woman?
You bastards!
Where's the boy?
We have lived in this house for 120 years. We never had no problems except for
Where
Yankees.
is the boy? Who took him?
You killed my son!
Oh, and I will surely kill the rest of them unless you start talking.
Oh, I know your type. Common scum.
Where is the boy?
You filth.
All right, we get her out of here.
What about down?
Now let's get this hag outside. Any more of her sons to deal with?
No, reckon they're all dead.
That's right. Burn this dump to the... You boys sure Jack ain't in here?
We searched everywhere, Dutch.
You got that one, Arthur?
It's the end of the goddamn cribbage game.
Come here.
I mean, also remember that these guys made their money on the slave trade, so I don't feel bad about burning down a plantation house.
I never liked you.
Why'd you take the boy, Mrs. Braithwaite?
You stole my
Boys are off
liquor.
limits.
You stole my horses. Ain't no rules in war, Mr.
Matthews.
Yes, yes, that's it.
I wonder what happened to Bo and Penelope.
My sons gave him to Angelo Bronte. So my guess is Saint Denis. Either there or on my boat to Italy.
Let's go.
Arthur, come on.
What we doing with her?
Leave her.
I told you she was crazy. It's gonna work out, John. It's gonna work out. Listen to Dutch.
Now, I don't expect you to understand this, but I have never been more proud of you than I am right now, brother. You're doing the right thing.
If I don't get that boy back safe, she'll kill us all.
I know, but looking at this logically, well, that boy is fine. They took him to scare us. Nobody takes a boy to harm him.
He's right, John.
What do you think, Arthur?
My boy will be fine. But, well, of course Marston's scared rotten. I mean, we killed all those people. We stirred up all that trouble. For nothing.
No, not for nothing. For living. Now, we get that boy back, and we go. Trust me.
Hey, Dutch, we got a problem.
Not a problem.
Oh,
Visitors.
fuck me.
A solution. Good day, fine people. Mr. Vanderlind, Mr. Matthews, I presume. And who are you?
Rip Van Winkle.
Huh. Good day, sir. Agent Milton, Pinkerton Detective Agency. Agent Ross. Ah, Mr. Morgan, nice to see you again.
And to what do we owe the pleasure, Agent Moron?
I don't know if you're aware, but this is a civilized land now. We didn't kill all them savages only to allow the likes of you to act like human dignity, and basic decency was outmoded or not yet invented. This thing, it's done.
This place ain't no such thing as civilized. It's man, so in love with greed, he has forgotten himself and found only appetites.
And as a consequence, that lets you take what you please, kill whom you please, and hang the rest of us? Who made you the messiah to these lost souls you've led so horribly astray?
I'm nothing but a seeker, Mr. Milton.
You ain't much of anything more than a killer, Mr. Vanderlind. But I came to make a deal. It's time. You come with me, and I give the rest of you 3 days to run off disappear and go and live like human beings someplace else.
You came for me? Risk life and limb in this den of lowlifes and murderers so that they might live and love? Ain't that fine?
I don't want to kill all these folk, Dutch. Just you.
In that case, it'd be my honor to join you. Excuse me, friends. I have an appointment to keep with...
I think your new friend should leave now, Dutch.
You're making a big mistake. All of you.
Yeah, dreadful. We have got something. Something to live and die for. How awful for us.
Mr. Milton, stop following us. We'll be gone soon.
I'm afraid I can't. And when I return, I'll be with 50 men. All of you will die. Run away from this place, you fools! Run!
Come on.
Get your damn hands off of me, boy.
What now?
We get out of here. And quick. Any ideas?
I know a big old house, hidden in the swamps outside Saint Denis. I'm sure they'll find us eventually, but it should buy us a few days.
Few days is all we need.
There's a spot out by Shady Bell. Lenny and I got into that dispute with the previous occupiers. Place is well hidden.
You and Arthur, ride out to make sure no one else has moved in. Lenny, you go follow those fools out of here. Make sure that they leave. And John, we'll get Jack back, and we'll get going. Rest of you, get packing!
Come on, John. This is crazy.
How do you guys like the cutscene camera now?
Follow me. I know the way.
That loyalty is pretty inspiring when you see it in force.
We will. We have to move everyone first before that bastard Milton comes back.
Everyone drew a gun on Milton. Sadie, Kieran, Susan, Lenny, Charles, Javier, Bill. Everyone drew a gun on Milton. That was amazing.
We drew him right to us. I mean, how many people we killed the past few weeks?
Far too many.
It's Dutch playing his games. Hosea, too. Getting involved with those two families. Master con men working their magic.
They thought there was a lot of gold.
Yeah, they thought there was money. Ain't there always?
John is making very good points.
I don't know what to tell you. Things don't always work out. That ain't nothing new.
Jack's gone. We lost Sean, Mac, Davy, Jenny. And for what?
We can't change what's done. We can only move on.
But one day, we need to start learning from our mistakes.
Come on, it ain't all bad. We've had a rocky run. We'll be okay. We'll get through it.
Dutch will fix it. Dutch will come up with a big plan.
John's losing faith.
Every plan gets us into worse trouble. We're getting further from where we're meant to be going.
Now, you can't put all this on Dutch. You're worked up. And rightly so. Just don't get too far in your head with all this. You'll never get out.
It's a goddamn mess.
See, here's the thing.
Kid, we chose this life. He didn't.
I don't know. I think this life chose us.
Here's the thing. Arthur fundamentally agrees with everything that John is saying. What Arthur is doing right now, and if you could get his internal perspective, guarantee he would be saying this, is he's like, John is completely right, but I need him to not be thinking like this right now. Like, I need him to focus.
You, me, Dutch, Hosea.
Susan.
It's been a long time now.
Sure has.
Also, did you notice on the scene where everyone pledged loyalty to Dutch, the only person who wasn't present was Micah? Again, you got to look at scenes and see who's there and who isn't.
Lots changed. Alright.
Out of all the gunmen and women, in the case of Sadie and Mrs. Grimshaw,
Sometimes wonder if things was ever the way we remember
The only person who wasn't there was Micah.
Who we thought we was. Like I told you, don't go down a rabbit hole with this, Marston. That won't help nothing. That's it up ahead.
4 walls and a roof. We're moving up in the world.
You ain't seen inside it yet.
Come on. Sooner we get this done, the better. You sure this place is empty?
I ain't sure on nothing.
All right.
Oh, shit. It's them again! Damn it! Still some here.
I can see that. You think there's more of them?
I'll check the house. You keep watch out here. Any more of you upstairs? I'm coming for you. You hear me?
Now we see the Lomoy Raiders as just the useless idiots that we always thought they were.
I knew you'd come. Soon enough. You are some of the coward. Like you. The bounty hunters. The freedmen. The carpetbaggers. The army of criminals who stole our land and our government. I survived them all. Our fight will live on.
If this whole chapter was about clinging to the past, then the slow destruction of the very quick destruction of the Greys and the Braithwaites and the slow destruction of the Lemoy Raiders is very much and what John is saying, very much a message of like maybe the past isn't something worth holding on to. John's like, maybe we were never the kind of people we thought we were. Maybe we don't have that defense anymore.
Think you're tough, Yankee? Come in here and fight me like a man.
That's it. How about we fight? With one of these. I'm gonna skin you, you white trash man. Come on. Come on.
How's it looking up there?
I think we're clear.
Good. Come help me with this, will you?
Gotta fight with honor.
Here. Give me a hand moving these bodies. Don't want the others walking into this.
That's good on you, John.
Follow me.
I definitely think my assessment of this all represents the idea of holding on to the past. This entire chapter has been very accurate. But obviously, if you guys ever disagree or have an analysis of your own to contribute, throw it in the chat. I'd love to hear it. This isn't just like a lecture. This is supposed designed to be a shared communal thing between us, where your insights and my insights can change. And if you have any writing, if you have any questions, you can ask me. If you,
Okay. I can deal with the rest of the bodies. You go meet up with the caravan. Guide them in.
All right. See you soon.
what would you say, sad, lovely scientist? The past has a grip. It does. It's even worse, I think, when you come to John's realization that, like, we never were the people we thought we were. And it's the same for the Greys and the Braithwaites. There was no gold. There was no secret family fortune. They never were the rich family they pretended to be.
We got fine living. Ignore the corpses and the alligators. It's paradise.
I love it. Miss Grimshaw, Mr. Pearson, would you two kindly work your magic? Arthur.
There was no family gold. The Lemoy Raiders are not fighting for a better way of living.
Not now. Come on, Arthur.
You know, there is no one here to continue the Lemoy Raiders fight. We killed them all.
All I've got going on, and she wants to talk.
Everything okay with you two?
I got far more important things to worry about right now than Molly O'Shea.
So, where are we going?
To take a look at this eighth wonder of the civilized world, Saint Denis, I keep hearing about. According to the map, the road up this way should lead us right in there.
Alright. I guess this day ain't over yet.
Not quite. Good work back there, Arthur. Everything went okay?
Few loose ends. Nothing major.
And John?
About what you'd expect. He's taking it hard.
Yeah.
We're going to get that boy back, whatever it takes. I need you to start asking around in the city for Bronte. Subtly, of course. Public places, maybe start with the saloons. Anyone who can put us in contact with him.
Of course. What about the Pinkertons?
Again, that's another good point. The Pinkertons showing up right at the turn of the chapter, being like, you know, you guys, repeating their rhetoric of, you know, effectively this is civilized land now. You can't do whatever you want. Blah 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 blah. The past is dead, and it's time to let go of it.
Fairly sure nobody followed us. We moved out fast. We should be safe for a few days here.
And then?
I think we need to move a little further. Put some ocean between us and all of this. The mess with those two families, losing Sean. I see things differently now. For a long time, I truly believed a paradise lay somewhere in the West for us. But I just don't know anymore.
So we're leaving the country now?
Maybe. I'm still thinking about it.
There
Whatever
is
we do, we'll need more money.
there is no plan.
Matters to attend to first.
There is no plan. There never has been a plan. It's just it's a concept of a plan. We'll go somewhere where we can be free, but to do that we need more money, so we need to rob more places, which puts us more on the run, which means that we need more money to go somewhere that's more free of the place that we've been forced to run to, which means we need to get more money, to go to somewhere that's more free from the place that we've run to, which means we need to get more money, which leads to trouble, which leads... There is no plan. It never ends. There is never going to be enough money. We're going to die pursuing Dutch's dreams. We go somewhere, we need to get money, we ruin everything, we're put on the run, we're forced more in, we're trying to go to the west or overseas, and we're forced inward and south and east and north and every direction except the one where we want to go. Because there is no plan. The plan is go somewhere, get money, leave. Go somewhere, get money, leave. But because these guys have no restraint, there can never just be get money and leave. It's get money, get more money, ruin everything, go on the run. Look at Saint Denis. Compared to where we just came from.
There she is. A real city. the future.
Big cities, they're
Always repellent.
exactly.
I'll find you in there. Go see what you can figure out.
Yes.
Looks fucking atrocious. Think about where we've been. The heartlands, the swamps, the beautiful America. And now, Saint Denis. There was a lot this chapter. There was a lot. But, ladies, gentlemen, and all who lie out with and betwixt, I think that's all we have time for today. There was a lot in that chapter, really was. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoyed my analysis too. Need to find out if Chisara is streaming real quick. Because we are going to go over and raid Tusara. If they're going to stream. They know quite packed full. Exactly. What do you guys think? What do you guys think about where we are and where we're going? I would have missed a lot of that without your narration. Thank you. Sometimes to get slightly real with it, you know, sometimes you kind of suffer from the imposter syndrome, where you're like, do I really know what I'm talking about? But then, you know, like, my favorite moment was noticing the vultures battling over the dead dog, and I'm like, okay, so that's Colum and Dutch, or maybe Micah and Dutch and Arthur's the dog, or, you know, maybe it's Colum and Dutch battling over the, you know, the dead of the past, or whatever remains of their civilization, or whatever. It was little stuff like that where I'm like, okay, no, I know what I'm talking about. Long stream too. We went for 3 hours and 40 minutes. That's up there with one of the longest streams I've done. Also, Tusara, it seems, is streaming, so we are going to head over and give Tusara a raid. If you want to support me in a more direct way, chat, you can tip at the Ko-fi link over there. And because it's never happened before, I'm going to show you what happens if you tip while the stream's going. Ready? You want to see? So that's what happens if you tip. I don't know how loud that was. I'm so sorry if it deafened anyone. So if you want to support me in a more direct way, you can do it through Twitch, either subscribing or bits, or if you want to do it out with Twitch, there is the Ko-fi. If you want more of my nonsense, you can follow me on social media, or you can join the official SkyeBlacke Discord. But just know that your viewership is more than enough for me. If you come across this VOD, or if you are a lurker or someone who hasn't followed, consider following. It always helps the channel out. Consider sharing when I go live with with your friends and your own followers, because we always love to get new people in here, get some more chats going, kind of see what's happening. Anyway, we're going to raid Tusara. Tusara, longtime friend of the channel. You all know Tusara. Give him some of that flock Skye Blacke love. Spam some emotes. Spam some Skye Blacke waving emotes. And some Skye Blacke heart emotes if you've got them. When we get in there. Anyway, we'll be back on Monday, and then we'll have a stream on Wednesday. It will not be Red Dead. This is the season finale, or the mid-season finale of Red Dead. Kind of a fitting place we left it. And then we'll have a recap stream when I get back from America, and we'll continue on with Saint Denis. Monday will be Minecraft, and I'm not sure what will be on Wednesday. But again, thank you guys for watching, and enjoy your weekends, my lovelies. Read a book, read a comic, watch a movie, watch a show, listen to a podcast. Do something where you're absorbing something that was wrote by someone else. For me. Alright. Everyone get ready to go say hi to Tusara. And I love you. And have a good weekend.